traditional charging handle or side charging. VP Tactical here, and today I'm covering the differences between a traditional charging system on a AR-15 platform or AR-10 versus a side charging handle on the exact same platform. And so what are some of the pros? Well, you generally are not going to get the gas to your face. If you look back here where your traditional charging handle is, there's actually a plug. And so if you were running anything beyond 5.56.223, which is still gassy with a suppressor, maybe 9mm or something else that could be worse, that could actually potentially be a benefit. And besides, it's pretty freaking cool. Now, other thing that is really cool that I like about this is the ability, as you saw originally just a minute ago, to be able to charge the handle and lock it back with one hand. All I had to do was just pull it back and it locked. And so that's certainly a plus, along with the fact that you can also clear around from the chamber without actually having to dismount from the rifle. And so, all right, we say, those things sound great, but what are the cons of doing something like this? Well, they typically will weigh more. They may cost more, depends on where you look at. This particular one's actually from Bear Creek, at least it's just this upper anyway. And so there are a number of different manufacturers that are out there that make these. But something to keep in mind, too, is that this has a reciprocating bolt. So when you're firing and shooting the gun, this bolt is actually going back and forth. So that is potentially something that could get snagged on loose clothing or something else, right? Maybe even stop your firing altogether if it got hung up on something. You also lose parts commonality. So even though these bolt carrier groups may be, very similar to what you might find on a traditional rear charging handle AR-15, this specific bolt carrier group actually has a drilled hole for, the charging handle itself. And so the other thing of it is it may or may not be ambidextrous friendly. This particular one is not. So the charging cutout is only on this side. Now, I have seen some other ones that are on the market where they have the cutout on both sides, but then now you have this reciprocating mass that's going to be flying back and forth on both sides of the rifle versus just one. So a lot of that's going to be contingent upon the upper that you choose. Let me know, do you folks, anybody running a side charging handle that is reciprocating like this? Or maybe you're just running the traditional standard run-of-the-mill rear charging handle. And I've tried other things too. Some of the pros that I mentioned earlier about the gas face, of running some of the higher end charging handles or putting some sort of protectant in the back there to try to mitigate the gas, or maybe even changing the bolt carrier group. But again, just talking about the straight pure pros and cons, at least from my viewpoint of the side charging handle versus the traditional rearward charging handle, there are certainly some pros, and there are also, like I said, certainly some cons. So let me know what you think. Drop those comments below. Be safe, stay vigilant. Catch you in the next video.